welcome to another video. Jacob 30 Cleveland, and today we are here in Thornton. We've never done a video with Thornton before, so this is something new for us. So we're going to do a video with Thornton and have a look around. Oh, it's still on me then. Okay, so let's go. So this is Thornton. Daddy used to live in Thornton until he moved quite a number of years ago. So but we do come back to Thornton to visit because, like I said, Daddy used to live for quite a number of years ago, but until he moved. So we've not been for a while, not been to have a look for a while. So we're going to have a look and see what had taken Daddy moved back in 2018 he moved out to Thornton, so that was quite a while ago.
Which way are we going?
That way.
That way?
Yeah. You need to get on that side, don't you? So this place here, we got a new side because when we lived, my daddy lived in Thornton and I used to visit him, I never used to have this side. The sign was faded and they've only recently got a new sign. So after quite a number of weeks, oh, I tripped over that down then. After quite a number of weeks, I have now been given access to YouTube, a YouTube studio, so I can now upload the video and do the titles, because it used to be good. Daddy uploaded the video to me doing the title and the description, but now I've been given access, I could do both. So I'm going to give it a go with this video. May take me a while, but I've been looking at it all week and I think I've got the hang of it, so I think we should be okay. So we give it a go. And as you will have noted on my channel this week, and now because I've been given access, there'll be quite a number of changes. I have now my profile picture for the channel used to be a J, but that is now turned into a picture of me. Okay, and also I managed to get a border on the channel at the top, which is also a picture of me as well. So now I've been given that I've been able to do all that. So you will have noticed on the channel this week there'll be quite a few changes. But now I've been given access, any changes that I wish to make, I can now make, like putting borders up, etc. So that's all good now. So you will notice quite a lot of changes now I've been given.
What?
Yeah. Now I've been given access, you will notice quite a lot of changes. Some, but it's for the better. It's water better, so if you haven't noticed those places that I've talked about, then have a look on the channel and have a look on the channel and see, and you can see those changes, and you'll have to go first because got both feet past. So that is old road where Daddy used to live, where they lived in Thornton, and I used to come and visit him before we moved out of Thornton, because he was only renting the flat and he had to, no, we only rented the house and he had to give the house back in 2018. There have been quite a number of years since Daddy has lived in Thornton, and he now lives in Cleveland. And that is the old house, used to be a right mess, and then somebody else bought it and now rents it, like Daddy used to do, and they changed it. They do the windows set where, and it now looks all neat and tidy. That was Daddy's old house. That was Daddy's old house, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. That he used to rent, and then unfortunately the landlord wanted to sell it, so Daddy had to move out back in 2018, and he's not lived there for a while. It used to be all scruffy, and now it's all nice and tidy, new doors, new windows, been repainted and prepared. And so Daddy lived there from around the 2000s. He lived in that house from 2008 till 2018. And we rented that house for a very long time. It's a way to think.
Walk a bit further down there.
Yeah, but we'll have to watch over when we get near the park though. Mm-hmm. So don't get any dogs. Mummy?
Yes.
Neville Drive. So we just came down Neville Drive. That was Daddy's old road, but now obviously he doesn't live there He lived there since 2008, didn't he? Or well, he rented it in 2008, didn't he?
I think it's 2011.
Yeah. But that's why my boss said, Daddy, we were living there, we rented the house from 2011, and then the landlord wanted to sell it, so then he had to move out in 2018, and then he moved to a flat further down there, and then he moved out of that flat in 2019 and moved to Leighton, and then moved out of Leighton then moved to Warbeck in Blackpool, and then in 2000 and then in 2021-ish he moved into the house in Leighton which he rented. Then the landlord wanted to sell. The landlord he rented that house off wanted to sell that house, so then he moved to the flat he's in now in Cleveland in 2022. It was around February, March time 2022. So Daddy lived in Thornton. Daddy lived in Thornton, Cleveland, Blackpool, Leighton, and back to Cleveland. And Thornton is where we are now. All this big area and the main road down there is Clatter Thornton. Do we cross over now we get to the water park?
You want to show everyone the park and then cross in front of them?
No. I can show them from this side. For me. So we're coming up to a park which they call Thornton Park, and when we lived in Thornton, and when we lived at Daddy's old house in Thornton, when I used to visit him, old house in Thornton, visit back there round the corner of the park, that's that we saw water, which I were called Neville Avenue.
You don't see every day a stormtrooper.
Oh.
Alright, they're coming near us. Okay, just stand here, we won't walk any further down. Come on. Oh. There you go.
Why is there a stormtrooper?
I don't know. Something you don't see every day. Oh,
Why is there a stormtrooper? They'll never have a year where Daddy used to live it down there, and this used to be our local park that we used to come to when we used to when I used to visit Daddy at the house in Thornton before we had to move out. This used to be our local park, Thornton Park, and we used to come here nearly every weekend do litter picking and help with the council. But now obviously because we've moved out of there and Daddy had to move out of there, we don't go there anymore, so we can't do litter picking. And that playground bit never used to look like that. They recently had it done up about a month or so ago. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and when they used to have music on the park before the Cleveland band, we used to know when to come down because we used to hear them out of Daddy's bedroom window, because Daddy used to live that close with his lovely. So we used to come and listen to them, but now when we moved, we started to come down on the bus, and we did film for the Cleveland Pub at the Music on the Park last year, no, not last year, the year before, from inside that park bit, which had recently been done up about a month ago. But now they got rid of the Border Cleveland Pub, but they've been performing there for about 8-9 years, Music on the Park, but they now got rid of Border Cleveland Pub, and they got rid of the Music on the Park event altogether now, because they said they just got too much money to do it all, and they don't have the money to do it all, so, and they go want to focus, and they go want to keep their money, and they go want to focus their money on keeping the park and the grounds tidy, so they now don't do the Music on the Park event anymore before the Cleveland Black Band. So the dawn trip had gone that way, which is the way we were going to go, so we go that way. So I did do a video on that Music on the Park in 2024. There was 2 parts to it. If you want to watch it, the 2 parts to it, and the 2024 event was their last event, and like I said, they have stopped in now because they want to focus their money on maintaining the park and keeping the park and grounds nice and tidy and looking gorgeous. We did a real shame because me and Daddy used to like Kate, especially Daddy, but he can't be out. He doesn't know that they stopped it. Yeah, because we only found out when I stopped speaking to Daddy a few weeks ago. So next time I speak to him, I'll tell him, and that would be a shock for him. So we've only got an hour to do this video because we've got a lot of stuff we need to do back home. So we've only got an hour to do this video. So we were a bit pushed for time today. And hopefully Daddy will be back next week. We don't know yet, but he should be back next week, we're hoping, but it all depends. All depends on how we use etc. But we're hoping he's back next week, like we said, but like I said, it all depends on how we use etc. How we go paying and what the situation is. That Millfield go down there. That where Mummy used to go to with the day.
Yeah, it is. Many moons ago.
And there's only out, and there's some clouds in the sky today. Fortunately, it's been gorgeous all week with sun, no cloud, and today it's a hazy kind of sun with cloud. So you go see where Thornton Park is, that mine and Daddy local, to be local park. That is all road never loving you. So that's how close we used to live to the park. That's how close we used to live to the park. And one of Daddy's friends lived at that house there. So this video is a little bit like a trip down memory lane, but only not. And Daddy has Asperger's, and all the little autistic that we can't work at about, but they not worked for about 4-5 years. And one of Daddy, mine and Daddy friends used to live in that flat, or one that Daddy used to know. And so when Daddy used to work, it was a guy called Subby who used to own this shop. And the shop had a different name. I can't remember what the name of the shop was, but it never used to be called Go Local. Never used to be called Go Local. And when that guy Subby used to have the shop, Daddy used to work behind the counter in his shop, which used to be there, but then Subby closed the shop down before Daddy left, before Daddy moved out to Thornton. So then Daddy left the shop, and then it turned into a Go Local. And now Daddy doesn't work at all, and the change in there, what it looks like in there, would never used to look like that in there when Subby used to have it. It now looks very different. So a lot of things, as you can tell by this video and me talking, have changed. Some things have changed since Daddy moved out of Thornton, and some things since Daddy had moved out of Thornton has still stayed the same. Okay, so we're back at the car now, so I think we'll end it. Okay, so that was a tour of Thornton, our very first video on the channel of Thornton, done and dusted. We've been me and Daddy have been saying we were going to Thornton to do a video for a while, and we never got round to it until now. So maybe later in the year, when Daddy is here, we could come back and do this video again with Daddy later in the year. Okay? So don't forget to like, and you can see what has changed as well, and what the data says. Don't forget to like the video, to hit subscribe, hit the bell for new notifications, and I will see you again next Saturday next week. Bye.